Alright, what's going on, guys? Back on 91 Firebird. See what I got here. I'm going to try to adjust the valve lash on each of these cylinders, and right now I've got everything at TDC, top dead center compression stroke. And I went on the forums, 3rd gen forum for this. Cylinder 1 to TDC compression stroke, just 1 5/6 intake valves, just 1, 2, 3 exhaust valves. Rotate engine until cylinder 4 is at TDC, and adjust 2, 3, and 4 intake valves, just 4, 5, 6 exhaust valves. And read that. Rotate the push rod with your fingertips. When you feel the slightest resistance, stop and then tighten the nut 5/8 of a turn. Now, most are calling for 3/4 of a turn. Most people are saying it's too much. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm going to tighten them to 5/8 of a turn after I have set my lash. And basically what the lash is, it just takes out all the slack out of your push rods and your rocker arms. So you have no up and down movement at all of the push rods. So that's what we're going to try to do today. Here's number 1. This is the exhaust. You can see where it lines up. And then the intake. So we have to adjust cylinder 1 intake valve, which is this one. What I want to do is I just want to take out that slop. And when I turn the push rod, I just want to get to where there's just a little bit of resistance there, and basically just till it touches. I want to make sure that there is, back that off a little. I just want to make sure that there is just no slop. May have to micro turn a little bit. It's just basically kind of a feel thing. Zero lash right there. Alright. I gotta go to number 2. Or I'm sorry, number 5. Intake. And number 5 is gonna be here. On this valve. Intake valve. Sorry, I'm holding the camera wrong. But anyway, this is number 5. You can see 1, 3, 5. Adjusted. Excuse me. I adjusted number 5. Just enough to take out that slop. Go to the driver's side. And I need to adjust number 6 intake valve. Same thing. Alright, so since I got the number 6 tightened up, I'm going to come to back on number 1 exhaust valve, tighten that one up, then number 2 exhaust valve, and come over here to number 3 exhaust valve and tighten those up the same way. Back that one off. Just enough until you start feeling just a little bit of resistance. Right there. That one actually can be tightened up just a little bit. There we go. You don't want to over tighten them, because too tight cause issues. Since I've done that, got the slack out, then what I'll do is I'll go back now to the ones that I just got through adjusting, and I will go 5/8 of a turn. So basically 5/8 of a turn. Right now I've got my ratchet going backwards. I'm not on the tightening part of it. But when I do get ready to tighten, I'm going to start here at a 6 o'clock position, and I'm just going to go from to the half mark, and about right there. Be roughly about 5/8. Because if you go any more than that, then you're going to be right at another 3/4 of a turn. So if you ever get in a position to where you cannot go from a 6 o'clock position, let's just say that you get my camera up. Let's say that you have to start from this position. Okay. All it's just there, there, and just over a little bit. So kind of help you out if you kind of get a little bit confused. Kind of like me, I usually get confused, but some things just kind of help out a little bit. But I'm able to get to a 6 o'clock position this way. So all I'm doing is just here, here, and then over just a little. Kind of between the half and the 3/4 mark. There you go. And I'm also going to give y'all a real quick tip about something too. When doing this, when you're going, cylinder to cylinder, if you have some type like I'm gonna say white paint, because some people do get really confused on this. I almost about got confused where I'm at, because I'm trying to make a video and do this, show y'all somewhat on how to do this. But if y'all have white paint, it's best to, let's say if you did what I did, take some lash out and go ahead and tighten it 5/8 of a turn. Go ahead and mark, say like if you already did this one and this one, go ahead and mark these with some white paint and go through like that, so that way you know exactly where you are, and you can kind of keep tabs on exactly where you're at So that way you don't go back and be like, hang on, did I tighten that 5/8 or did I tighten that 3/4? I don't remember. And then you have to start back all over again. And so just kind of a suggestion there, you know, if you want to. I mean, that's completely up to you. So now that I know that I tightened all my valves and stuff down, I'm going to go ahead and come down here and I'm also going to use this 135-246, and I'm going to put number 4, if I'm going to see that right. Yep, cylinder 4. It'll go down in there. Hang on a minute. Alright, so I went ahead and rotated the motor around till number 4 is at TDC, to my timing mark is at 0. So number 4 is at TDC, compression stroke. And now we are going to adjust our intake valves, 2, 3, and 4, and 4, 5, 6 exhaust valves. Notice that cylinder 2 exhaust is down. Cylinder 2 intake is completely up. So now this one is ready to be adjusted. Okay, these two are up. Those will be adjusted. Let's see, just yeah, 2, 3 is over there. And then 4 is over here. So get that started. Also, be a good deal to when you put your socket and stuff on there, just kind of lightly put it on there. Try not to go all the way down on it, but sometimes it cannot be helped. Sometimes you may end up having to pull your ratchet off to feel for it. Keep weight and stuff off of it, so that way you can kind of get a little bit more of an accurate reading. I just felt it. I just completely felt that, to where it basically seated. 0 lash. Alright. Move on to the next cylinder. 2, 3. Hopefully the camera won't fall. Hope not. Way. Alright, so I got them all adjusted. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come back and I'm just going to rotate the motor a few times and just see if anything did come loose. Hopefully not, maybe not, and hopefully this solved it up. Hopefully the damn thing will run perfect like it's supposed to. I did see a couple people on the forums that said they'd done it this way and they had some little issues, I guess, with it ticking a little bit. But that's why I'm going to go back and double check, make sure that everything stays tight. Now, push rod still spins, but you can feel the resistance on them, and that's what you want. I rotated the motor 90 degrees, and this one here came loose, and this one here came loose, which the valve is all the way up. So like I said, you may have to go, like I said, that's why I'm going through, rotating the motor a little bit and just going through, double checking, make sure there's no up and down play, and just kind of tighten them up. And don't, like I said, don't tighten them up to the point where the push rods does not spin. If you tighten them up that tight, that's too tight. You can cause daggum valves to start bending and everything else. So just kind of go through, double check, make sure. And when everything is tight, no up and down play, everything feels good, and slap her back together. Alright, later guys.